Houston. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. On first down, Sanders not finding a whole lot as he'll get forward for about 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts on the move to his left. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Throwing is Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
8 yards to go on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Lindsay. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Going for the deep ball. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Houston. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there. Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
On 2nd down, right back to Lindsey. Oh, now Lindsey lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Following the fumble recovery, Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Johnson. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Watson. And he's got Jordan complete right side. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing 3rd down. Now Watson. And this will be swung out for Lindsey. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Here's Watson. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Hurts. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Ross Blacklock. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Hurts sets up to throw it. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for Philly. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. On the sneak, it's Hurts. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down. Hurts. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Now a handoff for Lindsey. Lindsey, first down and more than that. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 45 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Here we go on 4th. Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Lynch. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing again on second down. Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Blankenship's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So not the greatest of first halves for them, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points doesn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
Now they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Watson got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop. 2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The 20. Touchdown, Houston. Brevin Jordan, 47 yards, and the Texans have retaken the lead. Extra point by Gain is up and good. That will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Hurts to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jordan Jenkins just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. The defense going to blanket the field. 6 now in the secondary here for 3rd and 15. to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Willis. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
On 2nd and 12, Watson eluding the pressure right. He finds his man complete. That's Jordan. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lindsey. Touchdown! Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jimmy Moreland. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talked about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. He's got a man, complete. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play there for Philly. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And he'll run here with Carter. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. Now back to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start things with a handoff to Lindsey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Lindsey. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Darius Slay with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Hurts will throw. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick-6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Eagles have recovered. Now a stoppage here for an injury. And, oh, boy, that looks to be the quarterback, Watson. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Complete. Smith has it.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. They'll run on 1st down. Sanders. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Buying time to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
Partner, I know the ball security's preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run with Sanders. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And we see James. He will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Khari Willis gets him for a loss of a yard, and it will bring up 3rd down. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel, okay? So when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. And this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now Carter. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Another run with Sanders. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Eagles, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington.
back again up in this.